The richest guy in your town probably drives a truck you would not look at twice. No flashy startup, no big brand, nothing he would ever post online. Just something so boring you would scroll right past it. And that boring thing quietly makes him more money than half the exciting businesses that blow up online and die 6 months later. Here's what nobody tells you. The exciting stuff, the app, the clothing brand, the crypto play. That's where everybody rushes in, and that's exactly why most of them lose. You're fighting a million other people chasing the same shiny thing. But the boring businesses? Almost nobody wants them. They're not sexy. You can't brag about them at a party. And that is the whole secret. Because boring means no competition, steady demand that never dries up, and margins that quietly make people rich while everyone else is busy chasing the next big thing. So here are 10 of them. Real ones. Businesses regular people are running right now to build actual wealth. Some you can start this weekend with almost no money. Some are for people who have a little saved and want to put it to work. And I'm not going to feed you fantasy numbers like these videos love to do. For each one, I'll tell you what it really costs to start, what you can honestly make, and the one thing that makes or breaks it. Because most of these fail for the same reason, and I want you to be the one who gets it right. Let's start with the one you could literally begin this Saturday. Pressure washing. This is the closest thing to free money on the whole list, and it's stupidly simple. Driveways, sidewalks, house siding, decks, they all get filthy, and people will happily pay to make them look new again. You show up, you spray, you leave. That's the business. Here's how you start with almost nothing. You don't buy anything yet. You go rent a pressure washer from a hardware store for about $75 for the day. Then you knock on a few doors in your own neighborhood or post in a local Facebook group and book your first job. People have made $200 in a single afternoon their very first weekend on a rented machine. The numbers are why this one is so good. A driveway in a house exterior runs $300 to $500 and takes about 2 hours. The soap and water cost you almost nothing, so most of that is pure profit. Once you know it works, your own solid setup runs around $3,000. What makes or breaks it? Just showing up. The work is easy. The people who win are the ones who keep booking jobs every weekend instead of quitting after 2. Next up, mobile car detailing. Same energy as pressure washing, but for cars, and you go to the customer instead of them coming to you. People love a clean car and hate cleaning it themselves. So you drive to their house, deep clean the inside and out, and hand them back something that looks brand new. Getting started takes a little more than pressure washing, but not much. You need a buffer, a good vacuum, some microfiber towels, and cleaning supplies. Around $2,700 for a real setup. Your first customers come from the same place. Neighbors, local groups, word of mouth. One car that looks incredible sells the next 3. The money is strong because your cost per car is tiny. A full detail runs $150 to $300 and takes about 2 hours, and the products cost you maybe $20. The rest lands in your pocket. 3 cars on a Saturday can mean over $600 in a day. The make or break here is quality and repeat customers. Do a lazy job, they never call again. Do it right, and the same people book you every month, plus everyone they brag to. Now one that surprises people, bookkeeping. Every small business, the plumber, the salon, the landscaper, has to keep their financial records straight, and most of them absolutely hate doing it. So they pay someone else. That someone can be you, from your couch, with a laptop. The best part is, it costs almost nothing to start, and you don't need a degree. You take a cheap QuickBooks course online, spend a couple weeks learning the basics, then post in a few local business groups offering your services. Your first client is usually a small business drowning in receipts. The numbers are quietly great. Clients pay $300 to $600 a month each for maybe 5 hours of work. Land 7 of them, and that's over $3,000 a month. From home, no equipment, no driving. And here's what makes bookkeeping special. Clients almost never leave. Once you're handling someone's books and doing it right, switching to somebody else is a headache they will never bother with. So the make or break is simply being reliable. Be accurate, hit your deadlines, and you're locked in for years. This next one is the most boring on the list and one of the best paid per hour, the notary loan signing agent. Every time someone buys a house, a real person has to sit with them and guide them through signing a thick stack of documents. That person gets paid well for about an hour of work. Getting in is cheap and fast. You get your state notary commission, which runs $50 to $100. Then take a signing agent course for around $200. All in, you're under $400, and there's no degree needed. The pay is why this one is a sleeper. A single signing appointment pays $75 to $200 for about an hour. People doing this on evenings and weekends regularly pull $2,000 a month, and some make far more. What makes or breaks it is getting on the lists. The work comes from title companies and signing services. So once you're certified, your job is to sign up with as many as you can and build a name for being reliable. Become the person who never messes up the paperwork, and the calls keep coming. Now we climb into businesses that run while you sleep, starting with vending machines. This is one of the most genuinely hands-off things on the list. A machine sits in a busy spot, people feed it money, and you show up once a week to restock and collect. To start, you buy a machine, $1,500 to $3,000 for a good one, less if it's refurbished. Then you stock it with snacks and drinks and place it somewhere with steady foot traffic. The money per machine is modest, but it stacks. A well-placed machine clears $200 to $500 in profit a month for an hour or two of restocking. 5 machines in solid spots is $3,000 a month. One person can run dozens. But here's the one thing that makes or breaks vending, and it is everything: location. A machine in a busy factory or a gym makes 5 to 10 times what the same machine makes in a quiet office. Put it in the wrong spot and it earns nothing. So the whole game is landing good locations, which means talking the right property owners into letting you in. Get that right, and the machine does the rest. Close cousin to vending, the ATM business. Instead of snacks, the machine hands out cash, and you collect a small fee on every withdrawal. There's a retired police officer who started with one machine in a nail salon and built it into a business earning millions, one $20 withdrawal at a time. You start by buying a machine for around $3,000, finding a busy spot like a bar, a barber shop, or a corner store, and loading it with your own cash. Every time someone pulls out money, you pocket a fee of $2 to $3. The math works because it's so hands-off. A decent location does around 300 withdrawals a month, which can mean $300 to $900 in profit from one machine for about 30 minutes a week of restocking. Same rule as vending. Location makes or breaks it. With one extra, you need cash on hand to keep it loaded. A machine that runs empty makes nothing, and a machine in a dead spot makes nothing. Nail the busy placement, keep it full, and it quietly prints. Here's a clever one for someone with a little saved Airbnb arbitrage. The twist that surprises everyone: you don't buy the property. No mortgage, no down payment. You rent an apartment, but with the landlord's written permission, furnish it, and list it as a short-stay rental. Your profit is the gap between the rent you pay and what guests pay you. To start, you need a landlord who agrees to it, and the money to furnish the place nicely, usually $5,000 to $15,000. Then you list it, set up automatic booking and messaging, and hire a cleaner to flip it between guests. The numbers are real. A single unit can clear $1,000 to $3,000 a month above your costs, and people run 5 or 10 units without owning a single one. 2 things make or break this. First, the landlord's permission has to be real, and in writing, doing it behind their back gets you shut down fast. Second, local law. Some cities crack down hard on short-stay rentals, so you check the rules before you spend a dime. Clear both, and it's one of the best returns for your cash on this list. Now the classic laundromats. Boring as they come, and that's the point. Everybody needs clean. Clothes, renters without their own machines come back every single week, and they pay in small chunks that add up fast. The machines work while you're somewhere else. This one needs real money, but there's a smart way in. A laundromat costs a lot to buy outright, but plenty are owned by tired, older owners ready to retire. You can often put down a chunk, 20 or 30,000, and have the seller finance the rest over several years. So you're paying them out of money the business already makes. The cash flow is steady. A solid laundromat nets a few thousand a month, and modern ones run on card systems and apps you check from your phone, so it takes only a handful of hours a week. The make or break is location and condition. A rundown laundromat in a good rental area is the dream, because you buy it cheap, clean it up, add card readers, nudge the prices, and the income jumps. A busy area with a neglected shop is opportunity. A dead location is a money pit no matter what you do. Climbing higher, self-storage. It looks like nothing, metal buildings and roll-up doors. Underneath, it's one of the most profitable, low-hassle models there is, and it runs on one simple truth about people. They hate letting go of their stuff. Once someone puts boxes in a unit, they keep paying month after month, often for years, always telling themselves they'll clear it out and never doing it. Buying a facility outright takes serious money. So here's how a regular person gets in. You partner up. Plenty of people own land but have no interest in running anything. You bring the operations, screening tenants, running the software, handling the day-to-day, and you split it. Their land, your hustle. The numbers are strong because the overhead is almost nothing. No inventory. Keypads and gates handle access, payments run automatically, and the average tenant stays well over a year. A full facility throws off strong monthly cash for very few hours of work. What makes or breaks it is demand and occupancy. Set up where there are enough people needing storage, keep the units full, and it's close to automatic. The whole thing lives or dies on filling those units. Last one, and it's the one that can grow the biggest. A local trade service like heating and cooling. Every home and business has heating and air. It breaks. And when it does, people pay fast because they're sweating or freezing. That urgency, plus repeat maintenance, is a quiet fortune. This one costs you a skill instead of a pile of cash, which is perfect if you've got more time than money. You go to trade school, or better yet, get hired at an existing company and learn the trade while getting paid. After a couple years, you know the work cold, and then you start your own, local, one truck, one area. The money climbs high because service calls and installs are worth real money, and maintenance contracts pay you year after year. A one-person operation can grow into a team pulling serious income. The make or break is skill and staying local first. You have to actually be good. This is real work, not a machine you park in a hallway. And you win by owning one small area, becoming the name everyone in that town calls, before you ever try to expand. Master the trade, own your town, then grow. So there they are. 10 boring businesses quietly making regular people rich. And if you look back across all 10, they share the same handful of things. And that pattern is the real lesson. They're all boring, so almost nobody is fighting you for them. They all serve something people need over and over, not some trend that dies by next year. The money is small and steady, sliding in without anybody thinking twice. And the winners all do the same two things. They build it so it runs without them, and they dominate one small area before they ever try to grow. Now here's the honest part these videos skip. Not one of these is easy, and not one is guaranteed. Every single one lives or dies on that make or break factor, the location, the reliability, the skill. The person who wins isn't the one with the best idea, because everybody has the same list you just watched. It's the one who actually starts, picks one, and grinds it out while everyone else keeps scrolling for something more exciting. So pick one. The one that fits what you've got right now, your money, your time, your city. Then make the first move this week. Rent the machine, take the course, make the call. Just one. And if this gave you something real to chase, subscribe and stick around, because everything on this channel is built to walk you from broke to free, one plain truth at a time.